Before you start your small business, do this one thing. I started building small businesses at the age of 8 when I started my entrepreneurial journey to realize that it all comes down to these 3 principles. I promise that after this video, you will be ready from now to be able to start your small business. And most importantly, I'm going to break it down to you with stories, lessons, and I'm going to give you the secret of mine. So it all started when I was young, and just like any man who really is someone at a very young age, I started going through all of the entrepreneurial journeys. Some people sell lemonade. For me, it was not. It was selling water, okay? There was a hot event that is happening. There is a lot of men that buy in the middle of the day, in the middle of the summer. So, and there's no water near that. So probably, you want to sell water in that environment. And that was actually my first business model. I was selling water to thirsty people. And really for the price, I didn't ask for anything. So whatever they gave me was awesome. So I made a little bit of, a few dollars. But I always went up, okay? So from selling waters to people, to selling ice water to people who sell juices. So they use the ice from the bottles and they use it in the juices so they can sell cold juices. Then I started selling fireworks in my neighborhood because we had an event that happens yearly when we sell neighborhoods. I also sold literal ropes to people who buy sheeps, etc., etc. All of this built in me that entrepreneurial mind, okay? And it's not only the stuff. It's like I did 12 years of building businesses, small businesses all the time, just to realize that it all probably comes down to one thing important, which is the will. If you have, what they say, if there is a will, there is a way. It's not only some bullshit. And that's what I honestly believe in. I truly think that it's not only if there is a will, there is a way, but if there is someone who believes in it. There is someone that believes in it so much that he can fight the entire world for it. That's what I mean. If there's someone who believes in it, in fact, that he cannot think or accept in his unconscious mind that there is an opportunity for failure. If someone is willing to burn all bridges. And look, this is more portrayed beautifully in the book The Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's one of the most famous books, okay? When it comes to entrepreneurship, it's the get-go. I literally read it at the age of 14. It was awesome, and I still have a copy of it until now because it's just so awesome, especially to begin your first entrepreneurial journey and to build your first business, and because he really explains how make money work for you instead of you working for the money. And he realized, making money is not only the stuff that make you money, but it's actually more about the mindset and how someone thinks, the principles that you believe in, etc., etc. So the entire principle is like there is someone who has money because he's rich, and there is someone who doesn't have money, he's poor. But in fact, he is also good, like he's a teacher, etc. So it's not like some homeless. And they were making the comparison between the two. He was getting a very good salary, but the other guy was richer. Why? And that was the entire book. There's a mentality different. That guy thinks negatively, that guy thinks positively. That guy literally sees the opportunities, that guy does not. So if you ever thought about starting a business, you realize that you have to look at the brighter side of the equation. But I don't think that is the secret. Okay, it's obvious you have to see the cup, whatever, half full, whatever. If I think that there is only one thing that makes the differences between small businesses, is how far the owner or the founder is willing to go. And that differs from who is the founder. If the founder has money, how much can he put? If the founder has time, how much can he put? If the founder has energy, how much can he put? So it all comes down to these three currencies, because look, small business, usually you want to make money. What will you do in order or in exchange for you to get that money? You have to pay for something else. You have to pay by something else. It's usually time. Usually it's time. Sometimes it's energy, and sometimes it's money. You give money so you get more money. It's like the case for the banks. They put money to get more money, etc., etc. But I'm going to tell you now, if there is one story that changed everything about small businesses in my life, it will be this one, which is I had these videos going viral online about 3 years ago. I had this one video and it was investing all in, or it was all going all in. And I realized that, well, my investments are going to pay back if my videos go viral enough. I realized that I did a mistake at the beginning because I didn't really study the market as much, or basically just ignored it. So I was making videos, instead of using the English, I was using Moroccan. So the videos went viral, but the problem is that the CPM is way low. So it's about 10% and sometimes even 5 or less percent. So I was not getting the return on investment that I really expected. So I said, the cure of this is start another business. Bad idea. I started another business. I got all of the money that I got. So I was already in the loss, okay? So I got all of the money that I got from my channels, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to start this one business. I'm going to flip it. It's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, and come back and put it all in the videos so I have something cash flow to actually maintain the wheel going. I did this business and the business lost. And I lost all my money. And I was broke for the next 9 months. In fact, I didn't get a single haircut for the next 9 months. So really just had to use some scissors, and that was it. Yeah. And you might ask yourself, well, that's not the case every time. There's a reason behind you losing. I would say that you're actually correct. Because the reason why I lost all of my money is because I just didn't have an experience, one, in building businesses. So I had experience, but not in that scale that I was going in. 2, I really didn't have any experience at all, right? And 3 is that for some reason, I invested all of my money, which is something that you should never do. Invest 10% of your money, invest less, invest a little bit more, sure, right? If you're like, you see Mr. Beast saying he's invests all of his money, we're talking about billions of dollars. So like when you're saying all of his money, if you have $10 million and you say let's say you invest 9 million or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You can say whatever you want. You can say all of my money and nobody will fucking tell you not. So don't get those people, because I talk to my friends. One of my best friends, who's Adam Asta, he's a great YouTuber and even better of an editor, and he always speaks about reinvesting. And I say, look, Mr. Beast is not fucking you. Shut the fuck up and don't reinvest everything. Sure, it makes sense at some point, but in some occasions you should not reinvest. If you're gonna lose it, dude, that's what happened to me. Guess what? I lost, and I lost alone. So these situations with small businesses happen all the time, and that's why you see with restaurants, literally, there is 80% chance that restaurants fail in just the first year, and 40% of the rest will fail in the next 4 years. It's just hard of a business, you know? And not all businesses are the same, but the fact that businesses is building on is different. And the biggest thing, and that's why I lost myself, is that not all businesses are the same. And I even was talking with this guy earlier today. He's a great business owner, and I'm not going to say business owner, it's like he's some sort of business owner, and his brother was the real business owner. And he was speaking about how people should not, crisscross to different fields. So if he said literally, if someone knows how to sell shoes, he might not be great at selling motorcycles. I said, well, actually, that makes all the sense. It's really true. Because there's some businesses that are different than other businesses. And even Alex Hormozi talks about this all the time. He says, when I got into the gym business, I realized that it's not gym and, getting jacked and everything business. It's more of a marketing business, getting customers business. And I got into this other business and I realized that it's not as much as more customers, like get customers more or marketing more business. It's more of a product business. And there's other businesses that also he talked about. So it's all quoted by Alex Hormozi. He said that he found that guy who had he makes millions a year and he switched his business. He was doing this business, but to only realize that it's not what he expected. He thought it will be marketing business or product business. It was neither. It was actually employees business. It was the hire, recruit, train business. The same thing goes with McDonald's, Starbucks, all of the franchise. It's usually in the hire, train, recruit business because the system is there. It's about hire, train, recruit. So for people that change businesses all the time, just like how I did, I was in the YouTube industry and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go sell Valentine's bracelets. It's not working like that. And all what I knew was marketing, So I went all in marketing, getting hundreds of thousands of views, getting the leads. I had no clue about what to do, anything else. And I lost all my money. But the thing is, you don't have to do the same. Don't put all of your money. Even if you want to invest in something, invest 10% of your income. So let's say you make $100 a month per se. You invest $10. The other $90, you do whatever you want. And the same goes if you make $1,000, $10,000, $1 million. It's the same, okay? And this is not. Don't take it from me. I'm a dumbass. Take it from The Richest Man in Babylon. It's one of the greatest books of all time about entrepreneurship. The main fucking thing in the book is invest 10% of your money. Don't give your money to people who don't give a fuck or know nothing about what they will do with your money. And that was the mistake that I did. And it was that I trusted other people. I really just trusted myself and I trusted other services. Because in the book, it really portrays this very beautifully. And look, if there is one thing that is causing most businesses to fail, is this one thing. So this guy from The Richest Man in Babylon, he literally got his money and he invested it to someone who's a brick worker. Okay? He's a brick maker. The guy makes bricks. He invested, he pitched him the idea. He said, I'm gonna go to this great of a city that it's literally business, okay, commerce city. He said, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna get all of these jewelry from the original place with a cheap price. I'm gonna bring them back and resell them here. And we will make a fortune. I will get half, you get half. And the guy from the book was like, awesome. This is the best idea that I've ever heard. I have to invest my money, you'll do all the work, I take half. Awesome. So I put the money, he puts the effort. To only realize that the brickmaker came back. He gets all of the jewelry, it's awesome. Now he wants to sell them. He realized that he literally was a dumbass Jew. Because the jewelry that he bought, he literally got finessed. They just gave him some bullshit jewelry that is not worth that price at all. They just gave him some stupid fucking rocks. But because he's a brickmaker, not a jeweler, he cannot know. So the guy lost all of his money. Then came back to the richest man at that point. He was the richest man in Babylon. Please. The richest man in the richest city. Please. Like, I did this, and I lost all of my money. You told me to invest. I invested. And the guy was laughing. You know what he said? He said, you fucking idiot. You don't give a brickmaker and think that he will give you a great investment about jewelry. You give brickmaker, you invest in brickmaker about brickmaking and jeweler about jewelry. And this is really what the mistake that I did. And for me, I didn't trust other people, so I didn't give my money to other people. I just give it to myself. What I didn't know is that that's not my field. So I literally was the fucking brickmaker. It just that it's literally about jewelry. It was fucking Valentine's Day bracelets. How fucking iconic. I should have fucking read that book so I don't lose all of my money. And now I probably should have been fucking character and famous and everyone knows me. I'm making fucking money. I don't want you to actually make the same mistake, you know? I think one of the most important stuff actually mentioned in one of the greatest books, the 4-Hour Workweek. So I've read countless books about self-help. If there's only one advice you can take, it's choosing the right mentor. In the 4-Hour Workweek, he speaks about this all in depth. He's speaking about mentor is really important. In fact, he's speaking about mentor just like he's speaking about partner in life, aka wife or husband. And at the same time, he's speaking about the business you're going in, your industry, your life, your habits, whatever it is. He makes literally fucking mentors just in the same fucking level. Mentors are so important. I was lucky to have 2 mentors of my life. I have life mentor, so real life mentor, who's my mother, and I have business mentor, who is my older brother, right? I'm lucky to have 2. Most people don't even fucking have 1. Go look for someone and make him your mentor. And look, I thought that I'm gonna go to people at some point, like 5 years ago. I thought that I have to go for people and be like, please be my mentor. No, you don't. Well, you can, okay, at a certain level. I'm not there yet. So you go to these people that you fucking respect and respect them, and they will give you advice. And sometimes you just gotta fucking ask. Say that. Say like, well, I have this thing, and it's like, what do you think about this? And let them talk. Don't be fucking cocky, talk about your fucking shitty life. You don't even want it, dude. That's why you want to start small business in the first place. So you might as well listen to the people that started their small business and they made it to this massive business. That's also what's the definition of a mentor, is someone who will mentor you, to push you, to help you make the right decisions to get to the point. And usually it's the fastest way, the most practical way, the most efficient way, and the most efficacious way. It's all in one. You can only do this with mentorship. You want more? Elon Musk. Elon Musk started literally seeking mentors about 30 years ago? Once you see the book Elon Musk and you see through his biography, you realize that him and his brother, they were literally for the lookout for fucking mentors when they were in college. They were literally fucking reading the newspaper, reading the magazines, looking for these great people, and they just fucking call them. And they hope for the best. And even one time they were like, no way, fucking this will work. They ended up fucking having dinner with one of them. In fact, he actually helped Elon Musk to start his first business, which is PayPal. Because he wanted to finish his degree, and he told him, look, your degree will always wait for you. Right? He was like in the transition phase. He said, your degree will always wait for you. You can always come back and finish it. But this opportunity will always be open for some time. So go take it. And although he was not a partner in the company, but it was really like, you cannot deny his role in building X, known as PayPal right now. And spoiler alert, is the reborn of X. And usually I expect it will all make sense if X, we're gonna see also the side of payment very soon, because some people don't know that Elon Musk had the vision for X, known now as PayPal, that he didn't only want it to become payment company, but also social networking company. Now, Obviously, he sold that and whatever. Now he has the social networking company. Usually he will come back. Like, that's the no-brainer. So, talking about all this is like, I'm going through all of the points about business, small business building, okay? It's like, how to build your small business it's usually up to you, and like related to where you are, what you know, what you do, and what is the business. Because building small business, let's say that makes luxury watches, it's not the same thing as starting small business as a service. As an example, I started my small business about 9 months ago, starting my service. It's different from the business that I started 3 years ago when I lost everything, right? So really what you want to comprehend is, this is actually a line from the 4-Hour Workweek I just read today. If there is only one principle that you will take to build a business, it's this one principle. Make your business related to you. Start in the opposite way. Don't start with yourself. Look, in the beginning, you will have to ask yourself, what are the stuff that I'm most interested in? Are you a college student? Are you an athlete? Are you someone who's interested in IT, programming, whatever it is? Okay, good. Now you'll say to yourself, where do you find people like you? What is something that is from your interest and you can make it a business? And it's like you go back and you only fix your own problems. It's like when you make a business about something that is not yours, which is a mistake that I just did. So last month I realized that my service, I was trying to expand it. I said, you know what, I'm gonna add another customer, so another avatar. It all made sense on paper. But once to reality, I found that I'm not getting clients except for warm outreach, which is not usual. Like my main marketing strategy is based on content. It's based on one-to-many. So I was like, okay, well this doesn't make any sense because warm outreach is not usually my thing. Okay? Then to realize after reading this line from the 4-Hour Workweek, literally fucking yesterday before sleep, I realized that, well, it's literally that. Is that instead of me choosing my avatar, who is myself, which is what I was doing, I decided that I'm gonna go fucking be an alien in another avatar world, which usually doesn't fucking work. So might as well just fix my fucking problem and better my fucking thing. And I literally just want you to do the same. I literally fucking read it in the fucking best book of all time about entrepreneurship, the 4-Hour Workweek. You need another reason? Ryan Trahan, the guy who fucking did everything on YouTube. He's an amazing guy. He's worth millions and millions of dollars, and probably he makes even more. And the guy literally said very early on, so if you don't know him, he's the guy who made the Penny series and 30 Days series, and he does all of those videos. He was with his wife Haley. She's like a book nerd, okay? Not in a bad way, whatever the fuck you want to understand. So he said that, well, this is the 4-Hour Workweek. I read that a couple times. It's the book that every entrepreneur reads. He says it's like a joke, but it's not. Okay? And you see, if you see someone with his success, he read that and he's talking about how he did it very early on. Before he started getting all of the millions of dollars in success and views and famous and fame and all of that. It's probably worth fucking taking note. As I promised, now you have a fucking better idea to be ready. Now you're ready to make your small fucking business today. As I promised, what you've seen here, you can never unseen. So you might as well subscribe.